I want to share my story with you. I've been in a relationship with this guy for close to 3 years now. We both love each other, but there's something he's doing that I don't like.
Welcome to another episode of Ike Studio, and I'm Ike, your host for today. Today we're going to discuss about some sensitive issue regarding one of our sisters who shared his story with me. In fact, it is a very sad one, of course, and it is all about trust issues, trust in a relationship. Take a bit of your time and then sit and listen. But with that, I'm not here alone in the studio. I'm here with somebody in the studio. And let me be quick to introduce him. Ladies and gentlemen, let's welcome our guest for today.
Hi guys, I'm Maisa Gabriel. You can call me Gabi in short for the purpose of this discussion. I am really honored and privileged to be on Ike Studio this day to participate in the discussion of this sensitive topic that will be introduced by the host very soon. Thanks so much, and then let's get going.
Yes, and we are here again. This is the story that the lady just shared.
I want to share my story with you. I've been in a relationship with this guy for close to 3 years now. We both love each other, but there's something he's doing that I don't like. He feels that I'm cheating on him. There's no trust. He doesn't have trust in me. He believes I'm cheating on him to the extent of getting people to spy on me both at home and in church. I complained to him about it and he told me that it's because I'm guilty. That's why I'm doing that. So at this point, I don't know what to do. I need you people to help me, advise me on what to do because it's not getting out of hand. Anytime I complain about it, he has something else to say. We have been fighting over this issue close to 2 weeks now. He still feels that I cheat on him just because I have male friends, Sarah. So please, you guys should help me. Thank you.
Abby, what do you think?
Wow, this is a serious issue. But guy, I realize it's common in our day.
Oh, very common.
Very common in our day.
Very common.
So what happens is the core issue here behind this whole story, to me, it's not just about jealousy. The continuous monitoring and then even getting people in the church, at his workplace, home. I think this one all stems down to lack of trust, emotional insecurity, poor communication, and then surveillance behavior, all those ones. So to me, this monitoring thing is unhealthy in any kind of relationship.
But, at times, when somebody decides to monitor the girlfriend, probably the guy has maybe had some past experience about that. So maybe he's just insecure, just to make sure the girlfriend is okay.
Okay.
So what would be bad about maybe me monitoring my girlfriend, getting people to spy on because I want her safety. I want to be sure she's at this place. She's and maybe probably it's a good thing that the guy wanted to do.
Wow. So the fact of the matter is that the point you're coming from is true, but then a relationship should have its foundation, though. And once the foundation is broken, like even the scripture says that when the what do you call it, the foundation is broken, what can the righteous do, and all those ones. The foundation to any kind of relationship to strive on is built on trust. It's built on trust, and you are talking of because of past experience. That is true, but past experience should not creep its way into your new relationship. That there's something we call carry over. When you keep on carrying over because of what you've gone through in the past, you are going to destroy the one you are going into again. There is no way you will carry past luggages into a new relationship and you think you'll be able to build that one. So I would advise, if you're in a relationship and anything comes up that you think has destroyed you emotionally, psychologically, then you should be able to address it. Heal completely. Let go of the past before you move into the new one, or else you are carrying somebody's mistakes into somebody who might not even be aware of those mistakes, and you want somebody to pay for the debt or pay for the crimes of another person you are in a relationship in. It is not healthy. It is not healthy at all. And you are saying that as a guy, because of the love you have for the lady, you need to monitor. Ah, bro, go for trust. How long? How can you monitor a lady? At least now take note, she's an individual of her own. She's an individual of her own. She has her wishes, she has her life, she has her plans, she has everything. And her intentions, take note, you cannot control a human being. It is all about intention. If she has that pure intentions for you and she's really to do what? Build that relationship with you. It is about you playing your part and allowing her play her part. The moment you put down your tools on working on yourself, playing on your own part, and you want to now play on the lady's part for her, you have already crossed the boundaries and you have broken the relationship.
Remember the lady, she has male friends around. It's just like you said, though, maybe the guy is jealous.
Okay.
You see?
And lack of trust.
I understand there's lack of trust, but there's jealousy overlaps the lack of trust. You're a lady, and then you have male friends as your besties. You have male friends as your, let me say, your best friends. You see, there's that kind of jealousy that will involve from the guy. Under no circumstances should you, the guy, even, let me say, put a spy on your girlfriend.
Okay.
You should not even, you see, spying on your girlfriend, it does, if you spy on her to the extent that it is affecting her emotionally,
okay,
you are not causing more harm than good.
Good.
With that spying aspect, the guy is at fault.
So,
at fault.
So just like you rightly mentioned, there's a positive side of it, because some people behave this way because of past betrayal. And that one, like I earlier on mentioned, I recommend that you seek to heal first, or else you will hurt and you will know people because of that your past. And then another one is that some people develop deep insecurity or fear of abandonment. Yeah, those ones. People also have those ones. It's not because of past experience or
for fear of abandonment. That one is for everybody.
Yes.
Because you can't predict what will come in the next day.
Okay.
Wake up to a message that it is over.
Okay. And you know the funny part of it all? Some people, because of the love they have for their partner, the fear of losing her alone will make them act as the guy is doing to this particular lady. Yes. But let me counter it quickly. All these ones, it's true that this may be reasons, but excessive control is a no-no. Excessive control is a no-no and should not be welcome. Constant accusation, especially without evidence. Constant accusations, especially without what they call it, evidence, is something we shouldn't accommodate at all. And then what they call it, emotional intimidation.
So do you think the guy was?
I think it's obvious. To an extent that she said they fight. And then you know what? Most guys today don't know how to communicate. This is a fact. So because of lack of communication, do you know that most guys replace genuine communication with anger? Because they cannot express themselves, they cannot communicate very well. They cannot communicate very well, they cannot address issues. They tend to pour out anger. They hide behind anger, they express it, and then all those ones. So it's it's a complicated issue, but I think if this guy knew how to communicate, this guy trusted this lady from the beginning, and then we have not heard from the guy too. But there might be causes or reasons that has led to the behavior of the guy. I think it's a point worth noting. There might be other, apart from past betrayal, there might be experiences this guy had with this particular lady. The lady rightly mentioned that because of male friends she has, right? What goes on with those male friends? What is going on between them? How did they behave? How did they communicate? Where does she go? And all those ones. Now, the guy too would have gathered from, and he would have had an experience in this particular relationship. And if he had that experience in this particular relationship, that has forced him to get to the point he is, I think the right thing for them to have done was to discuss it. And if there's something that was constant coming from the lady, then the relationship wasn't worth investing in again. You know, if trust is broken and you have tried to rebuild and it's not working, you should have saved yourself
With
earlier,
this one, communication is very important. See,
which is lacking in our day,
that is it. And remember,
especially you guys.
remember we have communication and we have proper communication. I was talking to a dear friend of mine. I was like, we communicate, but in communication, there's proper communication.
Exactly.
You can communicate
That's true.
and you can do proper communication, there communication.
That's
See,
true.
with these people, understand if they should have, let me say, have a proper communication between them, they would have and get to know the core problem
Okay.
of their issue. Yeah, the guy might be projecting her crimes on the lady.
Okay.
But understand that most men or most guys, they do, you see, when they do things behind the scene,
Mm-hmm.
they try to, let me say, label it on
Yeah.
the partner,
Yeah.
so that it won't be like they are those. Probably is the guy who's been cheating, and is then living on the guy
Hmm.
just to cover.
You are
some
right
things.
on that one.
Yes, I would say that the lady, if you know that it is true, what you've explained to your guy, it is true, that you are not cheating on him,
Okay.
but just that you are keeping male friends around you. Your boyfriend don't like that.
Okay.
Minimize the number of times, let me say, you have with your male friends.
Okay.
But I also have a point about that. You see, I do tell people that before I post to you, yes, you have male friends.
Exactly.
So with all that, I cannot just come in and make you cut ties with all your friends.
Okay.
See, you know what I'm saying, that the lady minimize how you interact with your male friends. But
Okay.
I'm not saying you should cut ties with them. Because you can decide to cut ties with your friends today, and tomorrow your boyfriend is leaving you. So what do you do? 0 years, 0 years. You are loose.
Okay. So let me be quick to ask something. When you say you don't cut ties with relationships or friends you had before going into a love relationship, let's make it clear. You are not in a relationship and yet in another relationship. When we talk of not cutting ties, they are friends that are defined. That because of your love relationship, you shouldn't cut them away. That is not to say that you are in a love relationship here and in another love relationship calling them back up. That one, even the one you are into and call it serious, will not work. It won't work. So let me be quick to add that one. But I think we have spoken about this topic from the side of the guy and from the side of the lady. And we have come to agree that at some time, out of concern and fear of losing your partner, some of these things may come up, trying to monitor and control. Is that we agreed on that one, right? But I have a question to ask: that at what point does consent become emotional control?
I would say that when you are over concerned, when concern become over concerned, you
Okay.
tend to damage the other partners emotionally,
Okay.
because you can't
Okay.
always, where are you? Always, where are you? If the lady just go this way, what you see, and the concern is very important. But when you are over concerned, the lady itself will begin to have emotional problems.
Okay.
Emotional or mentally, she won't be stable.
Okay.
In a relationship that there's no stability, that relationship tends to shift.
Okay.
If there's emotional damages, or if there's emotional instability, or it tends to shift. When I'm too concerned about her, in our conversations, she will not be too open to me.
Okay. Okay. Okay.
There are some aspects that she will share with me what she wants me to know, and there are other aspects she will keep it.
Exactly.
You see, I would say that when you are over too concerned of about the lady, it becomes a problem, or it becomes an
Exactly.
emotional problem.
So I think it becomes emotional control when the lady starts to feel anxious. She becomes like emotionally exhausted.
Exhausted.
Yes, and then at a point she has to try to isolate herself just to make you feel. And then you rightly mentioned something. When it now comes to that way, she now does selective communication.
Exactly.
She knows what to communicate with you to make you feel fine. Because she's no longer secure, she cannot open up. She cannot tell you the fact because already you program your mind to be suspicious, and then these ones are not healthy in a relationship. Can we now go on to
Before that, you mentioned something. You see,
yes.
you mentioned isolation. You see, there shouldn't be any relationship that, or any relationship that is making one partner to isolate. Charlie, it's better you quit. Be in a relationship, and that relationship is making to be isolating yourself from public,
Okay.
isolating yourself from your friends.
Important persons.
Charlie, you quit.
Are you not hitting it too hard to say quit? Why don't you work this out?
You see, these are some of the things that when there's a breakup, this suicide and whatever attempts comes in. But so there no relationship should lead one partner to isolation or to the point of you cutting ties from your friends or you cutting ties from people you are.
A point we didn't mention is loss of identity.
Lack of
Loss of identity.
also that
Should I hit you?
hit it.
Because what happened is that the lady loses her identity completely. She's not of herself again. She starts to act. She wants to please this guy because from the voice of the lady, she doesn't want to quit. She's trying to work things out. Now she'll be active. At workplace, will she be comfortable? Because who is watching her to report to Odogu? She doesn't know. So her movement, she will not be comfortable. So she will lose her real identity. Workplace, there's somebody watching to report that to Odogu or Oga. Then even in the church, because if she dances in a way,
Even in the church,
if she dances
That is
in a way, or shakes a brother's hand, or laughs, somebody's monitoring.
there's somebody to give a
Why
call.
don't you give a
Then,
report?
so I guess my girlfriend, he just shakes somebody, he asks somebody. What do you tell this guy about this is fighters? Tell people in the church, even around her home, the lady's home, and spying on her.
The guy really need to assess himself. If it is that all these things are resulting from past experience or past relationships, then I think he needs to heal completely to heal, or else it is not about this lady we're talking about. It's something we call carryover. If this relationship ends, she's going to get some of those wounds in addition to the already existing ones and carry it to the next person. And that next person might be an innocent, even an angel sent from heaven, who will also suffer the abuse of what the guy had gone through in his past relationships. Because everything he's reading meaning. Now take note, he will always read meaning into the actions of the other partner. The other partner may be having harmless one, may do things harmlessly or out of genuine love, pure love, but already his mind is clouded. This is what Amma did the other day, and when I followed, this was the result. So already you have pictured the results of what the lady is doing in your mind. Meanwhile, that might not be the intentions of the lady. So my advice is that this guy should take time to assess himself. Where is the problem coming from? If the problem is coming from past relationships, he needs to actually give himself some space and will do his homework or his work things out. Heal completely. Now, that leads me to the next point. If after you've assessed yourself and you get to know where the problem is and you cannot handle it alone, I will plead that he seeks for counseling. So he should seek for correct counsel from his leaders in your church, or maybe somebody he can trust in to actually help him so that he will get to know clearly where the problem is coming from and how he should handle it. Now, if the problem is coming from his caring relationship with the lady, let's say the lady, because in the audio she said because of her what do they call it, male friends around. If it is that he indeed had an experience where those male friends were not just male friends, that male friends with benefits, and then they've crossed boundaries before, and those ones have created whatever he's now trying to do today, then I think it's left onto the guy. This one I want to leave it to you to decide. If the damage has been caused already, he should excuse himself from the relationship. If he excuses himself from the relationship and heals and thinks he's healed enough to trust this lady again for them to pick it up, fine. And if he's going to take that decision, he should decide to should have an open conversation so that he knows that, okay, because of what you did here, what you did over there, it might not be intentional, but those experiences, they have a way of always coming back to hit you.
The guest asking that, what should he do?
Okay, so from the voice of the lady, to me, from the voice of the lady is willing to work things out in this relationship. From the voice of the lady, because you would have noticed that she endured, tried explaining herself, even tried to prove herself that I'm not having anything to do anywhere except you. And if she had made up her mind, she would have left long ago. But now she's even reaching out. What I'm sensing is that the lady is willing to work things out with this guy. So, my guy, your lady loves you.
If you watch us to this extent, please, and you haven't subscribed to our channel, please kindly hit the subscription button on YouTube, or you follow us on TikTok and be part of this growing channel. That one day you see and say, I was part of this wood at the beginning, and I've seen how far they've come. So, guys, let's now summarize, and then what do you have to tell this?
So what I have to tell the lady, just like I mentioned earlier, is that the lady, let's address her concern. She reached out for a reason. Her concern is what should she do? Our advice, first of all, she should have an open conversation with this guy. They should sit down. With the
I
same
think
tone.
differently they've done that. You see, when the lady she has explained herself, understand? That she has expressed herself to a guy that I am not cheating on you. I think
Yeah.
I am not cheating on you.
Okay, so now we don't know how that communication went. Now, our candid advice to her would be that they should have one calm, direct conversation around this issue. Not when there's suspicion, not when he accuses her, not when they are fighting. So to me, I think they have to have an honest conversation, because most of these issues, proper communication, like you said, the adjective there is proper. Proper communication is always able to handle some of these situations. So proper conversation, they can discuss it. Then the next one I will talk about is in that conversation, the lady should take note whether the guy, and don't she shouldn't only be concerned about herself alone, because the guy also have concerns. So in that conversation, if she puts her own aside, I want to listen to the guy, she may hear things that the guy will have to say, that if she herself can change or work on, like we talk about her new friends now. It is in that conversation we'll get to know whether the guy has issues that the lady might not know. So in that open conversation, I said they should sit and have not one-sided. They should allow both sides express themselves, so that you hear the guy's story. If you hear the guy's stories and they are not something that are genuine, but just because it is past relationship issues, is doing carry over, and then because he himself just said what projections, because sometimes when you yourself you're a cheat and you see some of the lines and you be like, this is what I do, so the other person is also doing the same thing. So I think we should have an open conversation. Then after that, they should do what? Set boundaries. In every relationship, there are boundaries. I earlier on mentioned that you are an individual, I am an individual. You came from a certain background, I am coming from a certain background. You had relationships, not love, because if you are in a love relationship, don't go into another love relationship. That one will don't go by it. But you were in other relationships, family relationship, work relationship, church relationship, friends, before you got to know that guy. So that guy shouldn't come and then cheat, or that girl shouldn't come and I'll just let go. For instance, I'm leaving Ike because I've had a new girlfriend. Come on. Come on.
Pay a lot.
Correct. So that one, you need to set boundaries. At what point should we cross? And then all those ones. So the lady can consider those ones. And she may also consider counseling. She has reached out here. This is just an open suggestions we are bringing. But they are professionals. We may not be professionals when it comes to relationship issues, but these are general views we are giving to the public and then giving to our sister. She may also have to seek professional counseling if the need be. You get it? So that is it. But she herself, she's in the shoe. She knows what she's going through. Sometimes, let me end with this. I may not come back to talk again. Thanks for the opportunity. Sometimes, in relationships, quitting is also an option.
It's an option.
Breakups is another option. If you're going into a relationship, it's either you work it out, you build it, and marry, or you break up.
Two things in a relationship.
Two things. Marry. So you don't have to force it. I would say that it takes two. And you the two must be deliberate and intentional to build. The aim here should be what?
Marriage. Right?
Marriage. And you must work things out. But I will tell you that there are some things you cannot compromise on. There are red flags you cannot compromise on. And you know what? There are some differences that I might not be bad. You might not be bad though, but you don't match me.
Okay.
You get it? You might not be bad. But we're not compatible. So let's not look at the current benefits. Let's not look at currently what we enjoy and then forgo of the future, what is impending. So you decide. That is it. So quitting or breakup is an option in what? Dating or what? Courting. So if it is not working out, quit and do it so maturely. Because at this age, we are adult. Now, my take on this particular conversation is that possessiveness is not the same as love. Real love brings security, not constant fear. Should I repeat that again?
Repeat that.
Possessiveness is not the same as love.
Okay.
Are you okay? Yeah. And a real love brings security, not constant fear. My last thing will be that trust is the oxygen in every relationship. I like that word, trust. Once every movement becomes suspicious, love slowly turns into emotional activity. And if this is what our sister is going through, my sister, should I open the door for you? Thank you.
Ladies and gentlemen, we've come to the end of today's discussion. And as we said, you see, trust should be the foundation of every relationship. And please, what do you have to say about this guy's part on this lady? What do you have to say about this lady's story? And what is your advice for her? Please, let's see you from there in the comment section.